Hypnagogia, the transitional state of consciousness between wakefulness and sleep. It is a twilight zone where thoughts melt into dreamlike fragments. In today's video, we're going to be covering a game with the same name, created by Soda Raptor. Our task is simple: collect the 8 crystals and wake up from our dream. We enter the Dream Hub, a place where all the dreams we have experienced will be stored. Looking around, it's an endless blue sky, and in front of us is a rabbit standing on top of a tiny rock. It reminds me of the Frutiger arrow style from the early 2000s. We go up to the rabbit.
Hi, I'm Gogi. Welcome to the Dream Hub. You can view your controls or leave the hub from the pause menu using the tab key, or start if you're using a controller. There is one bright red crystal in each dream. They may be hard to find, so look everywhere and talk to everyone. Also, things may get weird or surreal later. These are dreams after all. If something really weird happens though, be sure to let the dev know. Anywho, you'll probably be seeing me around. I'll activate the first pillar for you. Catch you later.
As we're talking, the platform erupts from under and we jump. Okay, I gotta admit, I'm not that great at parkour, so you might see me failing a bunch of times. Clicking on tab, it shows us the 8 levels we traversed through. The last 3 look corrupted. Below, we can change the sensitivity, and there is another icon that states learn. This brings us to a neat looking page that shows us a PS2 or a PS3 controller and their keyboard. We eventually jump over and touch the red crystal. Our first level is a cat themed one. Side note, I love the music in this level. It's really cute and gives off like a fun vibe. Looking around, we are surrounded by sunset colored trees and cat shaped hedges. Stone walls are erected all around us. We see the rabbit standing on top of his usual tiny rock. I explore the area a bit more and we can see one cat hedge is colored purple while the rest are green. Looking up, I spot a pinkish figure on top of one of the walls, staring. Why is that there? After locking eyes for a bit, I go towards the rabbit again.
What a warm, fuzzy feeling I have right now. Sometimes it's the smallest things in life that needs your most attention. The cats here will be happy to see a new face. Hope you brought some treats.
Anyways, tell them Gogi said hello. So we learned the rabbit's name is Gogi. Interesting. I start going through the corridor and meet an elderly red cat in a monk outfit.
Greetings, traveler. We've been expecting you. Please visit our temple and speak with the elder cat. It sits to the east on top of the hill. You can't miss it.
I wonder who told them that we were arrived. For now, I go and explore the open area in front of us, and we see 3 stone statues of cats. And to the right of the giant staircase is a black cat monk we can interact with.
Welcome to our sanctuary, traveler. It is an honor to have you here. We hope you find peace and comfort within our walls. Please stay as long as you like.
Well, thank you. I climb up the stairs and we meet with the white cat this time, grooming the area.
You are a pleasant sight for an old cat. Don't mind me, just keeping the grounds clean. If you wish to speak with our elder, he's inside.
Looking around, we find a bunch of cat monks meditating next to the cat statue. I try interacting with them. They are meditating. Best to leave them undisturbed. Don't you have anything better to do than to bother them? Best to leave them alone. We go into the cat shrine and we find a giant black cat resting inside. I was expecting another cat monk, so this was kind of a surprise.
Welcome to our sacred tower, Restful One. Your presence is of highest honor to us. Now to business. I wish to make a trade with you. I haven't eaten all day and grown very hungry. The monks are too busy to help me, but you look up to the task. Bring me a fish with which to eat, and I will reward you. Hurry now, I will be waiting.
Yeah, so now our task is to get fish from the elder. We go to the right of the room and find a cat monk sorting books.
It looks like the elder has given you a task. I'm sure it has to do with food. He's always hungry. Try looking around the temple grounds. I'm sure you'll find something.
Looking above, a bunch of stone platforms are floating and there's an opening inside of the shrine. I proceed to backtrack and try looking for the fish, but there's nothing, so I talk with the cat monks again.
Helping our elder with that small task? How noble of you. As you can see, we are busy people. Lots to do, lots to do. Maybe you should speak with some of the other monks in the garden below.
Following the monk's advice, we go down and talk with the others.
I heard gossip of a task you've been given by our elder. I'm afraid I don't have much in the way of help, but you should try speaking with our welcoming monk down the stairs over there.
I go back to the starting area and Gogi is nowhere to be seen.
Looking for me, you say? I believe I can show you in the right direction. I keep a small bundle of fish for snacking when I get hungry. Take a look under the ramp leading towards the temple. Feel free to take as much as you like. I have plenty to share.
Well, thank you for the fishes. I go under the ramp and find a big stash of fish.
There are some fishes here. The elder would find this satisfactory. You take the whole bundle. They're pungent and slimy. You're barely able to hold them all.
Where do we even store this many to begin with? Anyway, I interact with all the cat monks again.
Looks like you managed to get a hold of some treats. Good luck keeping those from the other monks. Glad you found the fish. Only from the finest streams. Enjoy. I smell tuna. Is that fish on you? I'm getting hungry now.
I go back to the elder.
Delicious. Thank you for your offering, kind traveler. I will honor my end of the bargain and grant you passage. Please ascend the steps above to the top of our temple. What you find there will help you in your journey. Good fortune on you, and take care. Meow. We're fortunate. Our elder feeds as well. We love our tuna.
With that settled, I start climbing up the stone slabs. Looking up, we see a vast, beautiful sky. Man, does it look pretty. We find one last cat monk to interact with.
It's not often we get to see a sunrise as beautiful as this one. Relax those shoulders. The scenery below is just an added bonus to rest our weary eyes on. Take good care of yourself. You and others will appreciate it.
Taking one last look at the sunrise, I go towards the crystal. I go and interact with Gogi again.
Did you know this game was made by one person for the 2020 LSD Game Jam? The devs spent a total of 26 days finalizing the code, art, and animations. They worked from October 30th through November 25th for nearly 8 hours a day.
The fact this is free is just amazing. I will place a link to their socials under my description, so please be sure to check them out. I jump into the next red crystal. We enter a dreamy sky-like world with clouds as platform.
Whoa, bit of a draft way up here. Wouldn't you agree? Sometimes I forget to stop and breathe a little. In a world full of problems, the soft sound of wind calms us all. You'll be fine. Just don't look down.
I immediately look down, and that's when I spot a figure, the same one from earlier, standing atop a platform. I tried jumping towards it, but we couldn't reach it. Ignoring it for now, I follow the platform and see a purple statue with a chime next to it. Interacting with the chime, I get some text. Are you up here because you have lots to worry too? I like it because it lets me clear my head and finally think. Reading the inscriptions of her immaculately carved statue helps me relax too. I read the inscription on the statue. Damus is a much venerated and deeply celebrated god. Homes, pleasure, and dance are but a few elements of this divine being. Searching online, there isn't exactly a god named Damus, but I did find an ancient Mesopotamian deity with a similar name called Damu. They were originally a vegetation god, representing the return of life and sap in the early spring. He later evolved into a prominent healing god. I don't think there's much of a correlation between them, but it's just something interesting I want to put out there. Moving further, we go through 5 purple gates and reach a gray statue. Meldir is a vastly honored and often obeyed god. Answers, riddles, and life are principal elements of this divine being. The next one is a green statue that states, Where is a highly respected and greatly praised god. Peace, balance, and nature are very important elements of this divine being. Next to the green statue is a green chime we can talk with. Clouds are so underappreciated. Just look at them. They're majestic chariots of air, water, and lightning. Sometimes something so delicate yet so deadly. It's rather humbling. Indeed, it does look very pretty. The next floor has a copper statue. Zeus is a greatly esteemed and hugely obeyed god. Property, nature, and birth are dominant elements of this divine being. After going through the sky platform, we find ourselves next to a big rainbow-colored chime. Welcome to my sky house. You seem pretty far from home, am I right? Well, unfortunately, if you wish to proceed, you must face a challenge. You must fight me to the death in a battle of epic proportions. I'm kidding. What would I even do? Just float and chime. Not much of a threat, huh? What I can do, however, is show you the way home. Just talk to my brother over yonder. He looks like me, only small. I try and going up to see if there are any secrets here, but it's just some space. Going to the next sky island, we find an art piece of interlocking chain. Next to this is a yellow chime we can talk with. I'm not normally a fan of big heights. It gives me the chill. Flying this high would be dangerous in any other circumstance. There's a billowy pillow of clouds under us though, so that's nice at least. There's also a red one besides it that we can talk to. Isn't the mind a beautiful place to escape to? There's no limits here. You're free to do whatever you want. It is a bit frightening being given so much power, don't you think? Right now, I'm racing robot jaguars on the moon. A red hexagonal spear floating. Who constructed it? Why is it constructed? Who knows? We finally get to the little brother the rainbow chime was talking about. All 4 statues we saw are surrounding him. I've assumed you've spoken to my brother back there. He likes a good joke from time to time, as you can guess. Anyway, the path behind me takes you deeper into the dream. I'll open it for you under one condition. Guess the correct answer to my riddle. Before you are 4 statues of gods, long past. The question is, which of these divine beings' principal elements are answers, riddles, and life? Approach and choose the correct statue this being belongs to, and I will grant you passage. Low-key, I just spammed all of them until I guessed the right one. Correct. Meldeer believed the best answers to life questions were solved through riddle. Very good. You've done your homework. Or was that a lucky guess? Either way, my word is my bond. We always appreciate visitors, so come see us in our beautiful statues again. The platform opens up and we can go in. A tiny staircase leads us to our second crystal. Now, there are 2 platforms we need to jump across. We talked with Gogi again.
Did you know there may be secrets hidden here and there throughout the dreams you've explored? I heard a good way to find them is to look for walls with significantly different textures. Someone told me of an entire secret world hidden within one of the later dreams.
We go through the crystal and this time enter an underwater cavern. Or is this a lake? I like the fact that Gogi has a helmet on though.
From the top of infinity to as deep can go. This flowing weightlessness is a comforting blanket. Let the water take you where it needs to and enjoy the ride.
Because we are underwater, we obviously are able to jump pretty high. I immediately noticed that I can go outside, so I start exploring the map. Going to my left, I spot a scuba diver under a metal thingy looking for something. I talk to them.
Can't talk right now. Been busy digging in this quarry for weeks now. Maybe check back with me later. I might have found something cool by then.
Leaving him alone, I find another diver standing next to him in some rubble.
When things become lost, they're reclaimed by the deep ocean. Thoughts, material items, civilizations, all here. You'll never know what you'll find. Some may say something like that is unfathomable. I'll be here all week.
I didn't know we had Aristotle over here. The next diver is standing on top of a pyramid next to some statues, which kind of look like the ones from the previous level.
Was this pyramid built here or up there? Why would you build something so deep down here? These are the things that keep me up at night. Those platforms are looking real curious right now though.
I tried going for the platforms, but it was too far away. So I decided to wander around a bit more and eventually found another scuba diver thinking on top of a stone slab. There were books, a treasure chest, and a sink all around him.
I've been down here a long time and managed to collect quite a few trinkets. One thing I can't stop thinking about is owning a nice big crusty anchor. Maybe I could interest you in helping me look for one? In exchange, I'll set you up with one of my most prized possessions. Let me know when you found an anchor. I'm not going anywhere.
So we get our quest for this level, finding an anchor for the diver. I gaze up top and find giant fishes and a diver swimming around. Then I spot another one of them resting lazily on top of a statue.
Hey man, what's the rush? Just chill, hang out, relax. The coelacanth you see above you are mega past, just doing their thing. Forget all about that, man. Pull up a statue and powwow with me and my friend here.
The coelacanth is a rare, ancient lineage of lobe-finned fish, nicknamed a living fossil that was thought to have gone extinct 65 million years ago, but was later rediscovered in 1938. Well, that is interesting. I wonder why it's here. I went back to the diver, searching through the rubble, and find that anchor next to him.
Check that out, a big old anchor. Not too exciting, I guess. Huh. Well, the dig continues. I'll let you take it off my hands. Maybe someone will have more of an interest in it than me.
I pick up the anchor.
A massive iron anchor, clad with thick coat of rust and sea curd. You just somehow pick it up and shove it in your pocket.
Then, standing on top of a top hill, I somehow was able to interact with the diver swimming.
Wow, you're patient. How long did you wait to catch me? I'm not worried about the coelacanth swimming around. They don't bother me up here. They're very docile creatures, despite their appearance. Why don't you take a lap with me, friend? The current is nice this time of year.
Yeah, I already did. I'm good, bro. Finally, I go back to the person sitting on the rubble.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That is one good-looking anchor. I'll set it up front and center for all the world to see. Thanks for nabbing that for me. My prized possession, you ask? Climb those platforms over there by the pyramid. You'll find it at the tip top.
A platform descends from somewhere.
Whoa, you just showed up. I saw another platform descend from the sky. Those humans and their junk, the second they don't need it, bam! bam, tossed into the pearl blue. More neat stuff for us then, I guess.
I started climbing it. We find one final diver to talk with, sitting on top of one of these platforms.
Phew, I'm winded. What brings you up here? Trying to check out that weird artifact? Fair enough. I'll just be admiring the foggy scenery.
As I reach the final platform, I get a look at the coelacanth and then grab the red crystal. Talking with Gogi again, this is what they say.
Did you know the dev is a huge fan of 90s 3D games? If you haven't already guessed, their favorite titles include Mega Man Legend, Mario 64, Silent Hill, and LSD Dream Emulator, just to name a few.
I actually covered a game last video that was inspired by Mario Kart 64, so maybe you should just check that out, you know, quick little plugin. Moving on to the next level, it's called Over the Hedge. Is that fucking Pikachu? There's a huge troll orc thingy clipping the bushes.
Life gets compared to a lot of things, you know, a beach, a game, or something about lemons. I think it's mostly like a big maze. I mean, think about it. Put all other things in a maze, and I think you'll get a better comparison. Just talking about it is making my head spin. Don't get lost.
I find a red bush statue to the left of Gogi with a description to read. Don't worry, the Japanese is the same thing as the English translation. Do not fear the mind labyrinth. It is only a singular passage. After this, I proceed to go and talk with the green orc.
You gonna help me trim these hedges? Don't bother. If it's one thing I don't need, it's someone messing things up. All these young folks sleeping around all days, wearing their fancy knickknacks. Back in my day, we landscaped till the sun came up. That was our entertainment.
Whatever you say, I start going through the maze and then stumble across another sign. If lost or confused, please call your guardian. Who would that even be? I open the menu and it shows the crystals we have collected so far. Only 4 more to go. Anyway, proceeding on, I go through the corridor until I run into a purple orc sleeping, blocking our pathway.
I'm so tired, so sleepy, so comfy. You should find another way.
Well, okay, fine. I start going to the right side and find another sign. The orange figure watches you while you dream. What is he even talking about? I turn around and it's that thing from before watching. What does it even want? Moving on, I go through and come across a treasure chest. A hefty looking chest is sitting here. You swear you've seen it before. Kinda looks like the same one from the previous level we were in. You try opening it, but it's locked securely. Where would one find a key? I then find a plant with a sign next to it. The same one the green orc was cutting. Indigenous maze plants. Do not touch or lick. I lick the plant. You lick the maze plant. Shame on you. In the hallway, I find an orange orc standing inside of a tiny building.
You look like someone that can't get where they need to be. Let me guess, my bro is in the way again. Yep, I'll have him move for you. Catch you later, bub. You good there, pal? Go talk to my bro over by the fountain. He'll help you out if he's not sleeping on the job.
Well, I go back to the purple orc again.
Was I in the way? Sorry, I get so tired lazing around all day. I feel bad now. I know. I'll make it up to you with a gift. Take my old skeleton key. I never found out what it went to.
Why, thank you. I grab the key and go to the chest. The sleepy maze goblins leave you an old heirloom in the shape of a key. What could this go to? You wonder. You take the key, you insert the key you got from the sleepy maze goblin. The inner workings of the chest's locking mechanism clicks as it opens. Is that a coin? You find a shiny golden coin inside the chest. Something tells you this is your lucky day. You take the coin with excitement. Huh, that's great, but what for? I talk with the orc again.
My key opened a chest hidden in the maze, you say? I've been here for years and never seen any chest. Very odd. Glad you managed to find a use for that old key though.
I find more plants to lick, so I start going at it. You touch the maze plants. Was that satisfying to you, criminal? You bother the maze plants because you have nothing better to do. Offer a coin and your wish will come true. You flip the coin you found into the fountain. Your wish will forever remain a secret. Well, somehow I did that. I noticed a passage opened up and go through it. One path ends, 3 branch from it. Vines cover the top of the ceiling. And then I find the next crystal and proceed through. The edge of the world. This might be my most favorite level so far. The way it looks just reminds me of a foggy, rainy night in the city. All around us, we see tall buildings with lampposts underneath them. Everything is submerged in water, and there are humans standing next to dumpster fires. As usual, I go and talk with Gogi again.
Is this the end of the world or the end of something more metaphorical? The weather's not doing us any favors, so don't think about it too hard. It's a scary world out there, especially if it's your world that's in the mix. Strangers may try to fool you, but they have no control over your choices.
I interact with a person camping at one. As long as I stay here, I stay warm. Need that fire. You can't have any. Wish I could give you some, but I can't. If I give you any, how would I keep warm? Give me a break here. Cars are rusted and everything looks worn out by the prolonged exposure of an endless rain. I find a person sitting on a chair surrounded by books. Lost nearly everything after the flood. Left my house in shambles, as you can see. All I have left is this chair and a bunch of soggy books, only one of which is actually dry and legible. A dictionary of all things. Maybe they'll be worth something to someone, and I can get back on my feet. Going onwards, I meet a batch of humans huddled up next to a fire. Go away, we're full up. I then find a rusted assortment of metal leading outwards beyond our reach for now. There's a human at the steps, watching in silence. Are you here to check this thing out too? Yeah, weird looking structure. Always been here for some reason. No clue what's at the end of it. I would give it a go, but you know, I'm not really feeling it. If you're brave enough to hop over there, let me know if you find anything. Looking out, it seems to lead to a bottomless pit below. To our left, I find a person leaning against a lamppost and go up to him. There's an overwhelming amount of ways to keep ourselves entertained nowadays. Although I yearn for the good old days where we just sat back and read a book. Books seem to be in a pretty short supply lately. Tell you what, you go find me a nice book to read and I'll give you a hint. Seems like a fair trade, right? Knowledge for knowledge? What's strange is that some structures are held by impossible geometry, such as this building standing atop a single beam, or this pile of furniture holding up this one. I guess dreams do turn the impossible to possible. I find a man contemplating something while sitting on a wooden chair. There's so much garbage strewn around all the time. The floor you're walking on right now, made of garbage. The clothes I'm wearing, complete garbage. Why bother recycling our trash when we can just make new trash? I'm assuming this is a metaphor or an allegory to try something new with your life instead of doing the same thing over and over again. I go back to the person with the library and talk with him. You're looking for a book? I can sell you my dictionary. It's all I got. No money on you? Who am I kidding? It's not worth anything anyways. It's yours. Just take it. I never learned anything from it. I left it over by that bookshelf. Have fun. I find the book next to them floating. There's an old dictionary here. It's dry but falling apart. Marin Jebster's Collegiate Dictionary, 2nd edition, 1990. A fascinating read, you're sure. You take the book. Well, now that we got the book, time to head back to the other person asking for it. Dictionary? Is that your idea of a hilarious joke? Wasn't what I had in mind when I mentioned entertainment. But it's better than nothing, I guess. If anything, it should make for some good kindling. Now, for my equally disappointing hint, at the edge of the town is a concrete structure covered in graffiti. It's been there longer than I can remember. No one's been brave enough to explore it. Everyone says they've seen some kind of shiny object at the end of it. You should go check it out. That weird structure at the edge of the falls over there should be accessible now. Go check it out. I go back and lo and behold, there's a platform to go across and get the next crystal. I fail plenty of times. The main thing is that it doesn't save, so I have to do the book quest over and over again. Eventually, I manage to get it and move on. Well, you probably know what I'm gonna say now.
Did you know? Hypnagogia is a term used to describe the transitions between wakefulness and sleep. During this state, people have experienced strange hallucinations, lucid dreams, but scariest of all, sleep paralysis. The themes of this game are an attempt at depicting dreams while induced by the state.
Next level, here we come. Finding the figure. I turn around and there's a door behind me. I try and open it. This door doesn't feel real. Or like it's painted on. You can't leave. Gogi this time is more copper in color. Almost like fool's gold.
It's not always feasible to live in your safe zone, you know? Sometimes you gotta leave it for a little. Ease out into the unknown. There's a certain staleness in the air when we're uncomfortable or lost. Looking past it and moving on is the best thing you can do.
I find a grandfather clock that I can interact with. The old Withers clock's hands are stuck on 12:01. You can still hear the ticking of the pendulum. Going outside, the floor is covered in a velvety-like red carpet and a chandelier is above us. I find doors on opposite sides that state the same text. It looks like the lock is broken. I can't open it. This kind of reminds me of a classic movie theater. Going through the narrow hallway are the same doors sprawled endlessly. I find 2 openings and I proceed to the left one first. A dark figure watching static.
I still watch my old favorite shows every chance I get on repeat all day. It's the only way I can truly tune out all the bad noise that surrounds me. I don't care how much it melts my brain. It's just satisfying hearing familiar things.
The right one has a person grabbing onto a chained fence. Maybe they're trying to get out.
Ever feel like you've been stuck somewhere for seemingly forever? It's like the exit's right behind me, but I can't see it. It's so comfortable here though. It's hard to explain in words.
It's funny because the exit is is quite literally right behind them. This time, on the left side, I spot a person, and looking below us, we see a bedroom with a TV in the middle.
I have everything I need here. Sharing it with other people just leaves me vulnerable. I don't want that. It's happened before and it'll happen again. Why bother risking it?
On the right side, I spot a person laying next to a bed and a sink with the mirror on. I guess we're a vampire.
Endless channels, media, sound. It all gets a bit mushy after a while. I have nothing new to listen to. I need a new sound, something to help me sleep. If I had a radio or something, it would put me at ease again. Will you help me fill the void with something pleasant for once?
Maybe? We go to the end of the corridor and take a left. A fancy dining room. In the center is a radio and the clock is right behind it. There's an old radio here. You can barely make out some different broadcasts, but it's mostly just static. Tuning it doesn't do anything. It's stuck on the same frequency. You take the radio. Well, now that we found it, I go back to the person on the bed and give it to them.
Finally, some soothing sound. I feel a bit more complete than before. Maybe now I can sleep again. Maybe now I can wake up. Thank you. I hope you can find a noise that suits you too.
I go outside and where's the corridor? We take a right this time and a platform comes to pick us up. Everything is sideways now. I proceed to go further and further up until we are met with a slab-like structure. On our left is a person staring at the mirror and some vending machines. There are some vending machines here. You don't have any money though. Besides, the product looks a little gray and bland. No thanks. I talk with the person.
When was the last time I shaved? My reflection is there, but the glass is fogged. You won't find anything interesting here. No one will probably even get this far. I'm so hungry, but I'm so tired to make anything. There's a tunnel over there. I would go with you, but I have to stay here. Can't ever leave. Take care.
A platform comes up and I go through the hole. Isn't that the creature that was watching us?
Give me your dreams.
A masked two-legged thing. It disappears. I grab the crystal. Talking with Gogi, this is what they say.
Did you know there's an entire commentary script within the game's folder written by the dev? It describes the origins of each dream you can explore in the game. Check it out.
Yeah, that's gonna be shown at the end of the game. The next level is called Late for Class. Looks like we were in the bathroom for too long.
If you ever find yourself cold and alone, cling to something, anything. It doesn't matter if you forget the answers to that one test. No one blames you when you were late to that one meeting. It's all just a bunch of numbers, pointless records, and data entry. The rock we live on rotates another day. It's going to be okay.
What is that? I got scared and tried to hide in the lockers. I turned the corner and nothing. Where did it go? Well, now I am creeped the fuck out. There's a chain link fence blocking the path. It feels completely immovable, like it's frozen in time. There are some vending machines here. You need money to buy anything. They're stocked with some kind of meat. Doesn't look very appetizing. We go inside one of the classrooms and spot some mannequins staring into nowhere. This lifeless mannequin stares blankly into space. This lifeless mannequin misses its friends. I go up top and everything is upside down. This lifeless mannequin wants to go home. This lifeless mannequin feels unfulfilled. Going down to the bottom, I find a dark room. This lifeless mannequin is hungry. Maybe some food will satisfy it. Maybe from the vending machine, but we need some sort of currency. I explore around and eventually find a golden coin in the upside down classroom. There's a strange, familiar coin here. It looks like a quarter, but it's thick and heavy. You take it. I take it to the vending machine. You deposited the strange coin into the vending machine. A large hunk of meat fell out of the dispenser. the hunk of meat that dropped out of the vending machine. You're not able to discern by its appearance what kind of animal it may have come from. You take the meat, the mannequin will probably want this. Well, I go back to the mannequin. You give the hunk of meat to the mannequin. The lifeless mannequin is tired now. You feel a wave of intense foreboding overtake your body. Okay. I start going back up top. I can barely see. Is that blood? The chain fence was lifted and we can go through. Parkouring around, the walls shape into unnatural ways. And then I grab the crystal. This is it, our last level. Climbing across, I talk with Gogi again.
Did you know the dev has other games they've made that you can play for free on their itch.io page? If you're enjoying this experience so far, they would love it if you tried the others out too.
Don't worry, I'll check them out for sure. I went through the crystal one last time. Blood drips like raindrops all over, metal strewn all across.
They're trying to keep you from waking up. I won't let them. The passage to wakefulness must be protected at all costs. Whatever it takes, don't listen or look at them. Focus your mind and clear your thoughts. We'll wake up soon.
Don't give in to them. I start descending. We have to traverse without letting the temptations through. We have to wake up. As I try and grab the crystal, they pull away, forcing me to march further in. The Catma from our first stage grabbed.
Is this even a dream? I'm feeling hot and uncomfortable. Please, help me wake up.
I interact with one of the entities trying to cage us in.
Please join us.
That's a human from the water level.
Why am I here? What did I do wrong? I did everything right. Why are the walls closing in?
Do not continue.
A scuba diver.
I don't belong here. Well, where do I belong? I don't remember. The air is thick and damp. It's getting hard to breathe.
The entity that was stalking us.
This nightmare will be eaten.
I need to push further. Make sure I don't give in. I must wake up. I grab the last red crystal, and then a cutscene plays. Well, that was Hypnagogia, and wow, that was a dreamlike experience. But we aren't done just yet. We have a new game plus with a secret level to play.
So good to see you again. We're the Enhanced Dream Hub, or just Hub Plus as we call it. From here, you can jump into any dream you've entered, whenever you want, even the secret dream. Just read each crystal to know what you're jumping into, then touch it. Have fun exploring.
A blue crystal that I haven't seen before.
Secret dream, Snow World.
I touch it. Build a snowman. A warm, wintry song plays.
What a blisteringly blinding field of wintry goodness. Bit of a stark contrast to where we just were, isn't it? The delicate touch of snowflakes makes me feel all tingly inside. Let us forget our troubles and make friends with everyone we meet.
I look around and see people with red coats enjoying themselves. I can't wait for this to finish cooking. I've been waiting for hours. A warm meal on a cold day is something to never take for granted. Care for a helping of northern elk hunch? It's almost done cooking. Why, thank you, but I'll pass for now. I explore the igloos next. Sorry, I've been stuck inside with the cold all day today. It's so boring in the village. I wish I could go play with my friends. I can't help but stay inside on days like this. It's maximum comfort. A warm, crackling fire and someone to share it with are all I need. We try and keep our life in the village simple and contained. It's not much, but it helps to have a moderately carefree outlook on things sometimes. We need a platform, but how do we get there? I explore the map a bit more, and then I spot a couple of them building a snowman. You spoke with our sick friend? Guess she's still stuck at home. Maybe you could help us finish Mr. Snowman. We just need some good sticky snow to roll the head. I heard that plateau over there has the best snow. What should we name you, Mr. Snowman? How about Sir Watson Maxwell Brimsley III? Ah yes, the fancy and refined Mr. Brimsley III. You'll be right proper soon. That's cute. Some of them are doing snow angels. We're not very good at making snow angels. Sometimes we just need an excuse to fall into a snowbank though. I could lay here all day. I've been used to the cold my whole life, so it's comfortable. Besides, who doesn't like to waft around in the snow ever so often? I'm trying to break my record for the most times sledded downhill with no sled. So far, I think I'm on number 1,000. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. This reminds me of my childhood snow days though. I climb up the mountain and find the head of the snowman. We push the roll of snow off the cliff. The ball has collected a bunch of snow and is fit enough for a snowman. You got enough snow to make a head for our buddy here. It needs some features. If anyone should have the things to make the eyes, nose, and mouth, our sick friend should. While on the way to the sick friend's igloo, I spot some more people to talk with. My friend once told me of a great glass ceiling above us that controls the weather. I mean, all we've ever known is a life of endless icy tundras and snowfall. For all I know, she could have been telling the truth. Maybe. Have you explored further up north yet? There's this huge mountain over there. She's a little reclusive, but makes great snow tea. Eventually, I made it there. Wow, that's a great looking snowball. Well, it looks like more of a snow boulder. Here, I'll put this carrot and a bunch of buttons on it. That should give him a cute face. Take the head over to my friends, and they should be able to finish the snowman now. Well, that's one posh looking snowman if I say so myself. I pick it up. The completed snowman head. It looks great. You take it. I bring the completed head back to them. We finished the snowman. Thanks for all your help, traveler. You should go speak with our elder. She lives atop the mountain up north. Be careful of getting up there. It's a tricky climb. Good luck. All finished, Mr. Fancy Pants. You're looking very snazzy, as one would expect. Don't worry, I'll spend all day tomorrow making you a snow friend. I then spot a person skating through the ice and try to catch up with them. God damn, were they so fast. Don't mind me, just practicing my 6 skating skills. This frozen stream is as slick as, well, ice. It's an effortless glide. With all that, I start climbing up the mountain to meet the elder. What's this? A strange visitor from a faraway land? Come to my mountaintop hut? How interesting. Surely you didn't make this trip all the way up here for nothing. Forgive me. An old woman grows cold. Fetch me my tea, would you? It's on the fire. I go and fetch the pot. There's a pot of tea here. Is this just boiling water? You grab the pot by the handle with great care. Bruh, you call this tea? Thank you. Have you ever had snow tea? It's exactly what you think it is. All natural. Anyways, I believe I know why you're here and what you seek. Dreaming is a marvelous thing, no? One minute, you're fast asleep without a care in the world. The next, you're dug deep into something weird and sinister that you can't escape or explain. Where do all these thoughts come from? I want to think it doesn't matter so much. Either way, the dreams happen, whether we want them or not. I know the journey you're on is often wrought with confusion and frightening things. You're almost through, my dear. Dreams and nightmares don't last forever. I will provide you a way to return where you may finish your travels. Outside, you will find a crystal. Touch it when you wish to leave this place. Keep yourself warm during these cold days. A cup of hot tea can go a long way. Goodbye. I take one last look at this winter wonderland and proceed through. And that, my friends, is the end of this rather wonderful game, if I say so myself. Now, before I end this video off, I do want to go through the dev's commentary, as it gives a rather insightful dive into what we have explored in all of these levels. Hello, thank you for checking out my game Hypnagogia, developed in a month for the LSD Jam 2020. In this text file, I'll go over the origins of the dreams you explore while in the game. Some came from different entries I had recorded in a dream journal. In a few, I took inspiration from users found in the LSD Revamped Discord Dream Journal channel. Hope you enjoy. Dream World 1 Cat World. This world came about more from a recurring dream I had ever so often, rather than a specific one. Occasionally, I run into my cat, Morty, while dreaming of outside places such as fields, parks, or my backyard. I always feel comfortable and happy after I wake up, and to no surprise, Morty is sitting beside my bed, begging for food. World 2, Sky World. This world was inspired by a dream I had one night that involved me walking into a very high up and brightly lit place where the floors were made of shiny glass. I kept hearing wind chimes or melodic clinging randomly throughout the dream. There was this big statue sat in the middle of the huge room that had inscriptions all over it. I woke up feeling very cold, like I had just gotten in from a windy day. Dream 3, Water World. The name kind of reminds me of Water Womb World, another game that I played. This world came from a dream I had where I was running on a beach. I remembered my movements feeling very sluggish while in the sand. At some point, I fell on the ground and the sand turned into water. All around me was foggy blue water and sand, like I was in some kind of aquarium. There was these huge, weird-looking fish that had very sharp teeth that floated by but didn't harm me, and I was able to touch them. I remember waking up, feeling out of breath, and very thirsty. Dream 4, Maze World. The origin of this dream is really strange. I dreamt that I was in a large grassy field, and I was looking at the entrance of some sort of tall hedge maze structure. Right next to the entrance was my dad. He had green skin and long pointed ears. He complained to me about the good old days or something like that, and I ran into the maze. I ended up getting lost, but I kept running into different people I knew who all looked like they were goblins or trolls or something like that. Dream 5, City World. This dream was inspired by user name from the Dream Journal Discord channel. They described the following. I had this dream of a weird concrete structure that was on the edge of the world, which had graffiti on it, and somehow was to do with LSD. I took from that the idea of a gray, dilapidated city with huge crumbling skyscrapers. The city sat on a flooding plateau in the middle of nowhere, and on the edge of it is a strange, warped concrete structure covered in graffiti. The player has to talk with random hopeless people who may or may not want you to do things for them. Eventually, you'll have to platform along the concrete structure to collect the dream crystal. Dream 6, Hotel Dream. This world was an amalgamation of both dreams I've had and a dream user, Chris Marauder, had described on the Discord channel. They described the following. I was inside a building consisting of narrow hallways leading to a classroom of sorts. There was a tilted restroom with no door and a mirror where I saw some orange humanoid thing. Nothing was there when I turned around. The orange humanoid thing I felt made an interesting element in this game, and he became a hidden, reoccurring presence the player can find in every dream. I wanted the player to have a sort of watcher that monitored them as they progressed. As for the rest of the concept, my family and I moved around a lot when I was younger, due to my dad being in the military. I always had dreams of the different bases we visited, and there was always this bland, depressing, red burgundy color scheme on every wall and floor. The hallways were always very long, with small and large rooms lining them, but nothing inside. Dream World 7, School Dream. We all had that one dream where we were in a state of panic because we were running late to class or missed an assignment. My dreams are no different. I remember a couple of months ago, I dreamt I had fallen asleep in a bathroom of my old high school. There was a faint bell and I ended up running out of the bathroom down to the hall for what felt like hours. One of the classrooms I entered looked like a janitor's closet containing random stuff and a mannequin with no head. At some point, I ended up finding a trash can near some vending machines that were full of different types of meat. The mannequins started appearing in different rooms in the hallway until the school became very small and I was no longer able to fit in it. Dream World 8, Prison Dream. Rather than a specific occurrence, this dream was created more from the countless amount of times I've been a victim of severe sleep paralysis. I don't have a good explanation for why it happens, whether it's due to stress, diet, or bad sleep schedule, but there are frequent times where I've woken up completely immobilized in my bed. My most recent experience was mostly the inspiration for the prison world. I vaguely remember having a dream about something pleasant, something involving hanging out with friends in a park of some kind. For some reason, the sky got really dark and my friends disappeared. I got a tingling sort of jolt that woke me up, but I couldn't move and it was still pitch black in my room. I distinctly remember a very raspy, hoarse voice next to my bed giving out a long, exasperated groan, something like the girl from The Ring. I immediately bolted my body upwards to get out of my paralysis and turned the light on, but nothing was there. I was covered in sweat and couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. Hidden Dream World 9, Snow Dream. If you discovered this dream, good job. If not, it can be found through the wall behind the hungry mannequin in the school dream. This world came from a dream I had a long time ago that I'll always remember for some reason. About 20 years ago, my family and I lived on West Point, New York because my dad was stationed there. During much of the winter, I stayed inside and played video games. One night, I dreamt that the neighborhood we lived in was completely cleared out, leaving nothing but a large empty field covered in snow. There were hundreds of trees dotting the field, and I saw different school friends who were running around, climbing the trees, and building snowmen. I couldn't see their faces, but I knew who they were, and they were all wearing bright red clothing. They kept telling me I was sick and I needed to go home, but I didn't listen to them. I went to sneeze in the dream, and then I woke up. I must say, hats off to the developer for spending 8 hours a day for a whole month working on a free game. These games take a lot of effort to make, and the fact that it's published for no money at all is just amazing. In comparison, my videos feel like a fraction of the passion and hard work it takes to create some of these projects. Even if you don't consider subscribing or commenting on my channel, I would greatly appreciate if you guys would go and support the dev and show them some love. Keep in mind, there are 2 games of the same series that I have yet to play, so maybe I might cover them, who knows. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day regardless of wherever you are. Stay dreaming. Peace.